Just want to do a really quick video on a little bit more of an update. It's going to be a really quick update. This is the back side of the quarry. Just wanted to show you a little bit more what's going to happen back in here. This is going to be all like cut in rock right in here, and then there's going to be some place up in here, up on the top there, for the cows to kind of graze, and some horses and some other stuff. And then this little section right here is just going to be a little higher than that, about another 3 inches, and then just be a bunch of trees up there. It's not going to be nothing exciting up there, but the real action is going to be down in here where the quarry is. There's going to be a lot of gravel and a lot of limestone and stuff all cut out of there. Then it blends into 2 other factories here, and then this spur right here is the electric spur, and then this track right here comes up around, and then there's the electric company, which is going to be a very, very busy industry on the layout. And another really cool mountain right in here. It's going to have some houses up on top of it with the electrical foundation, where all the electricity for all my houses are going to come from there. The electricity is actually going to come out of there, run down the light poles, and run to all the different factories. It's going to take a lot of tedious work, but it's worth it. That's what building a model railroad is all about. Having a couple little tiny details on the layout that really do something. And it's going to be really cool. And there's going to be like a little sand washout of this area here. And there's going to be a few sections of track that I'm going to have Atlas, because of the way I have to bury the track into the scenery. The reason why I'm using this track here as the grade, because this is a grade area here. This Atlas track is a lot better to use because it's not so slippery. I think the engines will get better grip on the track. And then I'm going to use this section here and put it down here and run this track back in here and run it all the way down there, and it's going to run right down a street. So there's going to be a street right here, so that way I don't have to use up land in order to have a street back here, so I can pull my train, my buildings back further. And same thing on the other side here, where you see this track right here. There's going to be a long main street right there. It's going to run all the way down, and that's going to be all cut in to the cut right into the main road. So I'll have some street switching and street running. It ain't as dramatic as some of the ones online, but it's going to do pretty good. And yeah, once the layout gets a lot further along, it's going to start transforming all the time. I've been doing a lot of sanding to round off all the edges and get the edge of the layout all prepped and ready for the fascia board. Here's my river, and then the road is all fixed up, so it goes underneath the train, underneath the bridges, and then the river will be right next to it. I switch the bridges around. It gives me a little bit more room on the right hand side, and it kind of blends everything in. There's the mountain coming together. That's going to look really cool. I moved all my buildings off. I got a little bit of an earthquake right here because I was drilling and sanding, but there's my romance train still on the track. I'm about ready to run that. I have to park it. I gotta park it into the yard so I can wash the track. I gotta clean the track. Yeah, wash the track. Alright, yeah, here's one little section of wood that I have to fill in right here. So this is the only section right here that I have to fill in, and then cut it in and then round it off. Everything else is rounded out. I have put in over here where this is going to be a really dramatic area in here, where there's going to be another big bridge, and then I'm going to cut this all out, and then right above it I'm going to have another bridge about I don't know, 4 or 5 inches above it or so. I'm not exactly sure how this upper level is going to come together, but there's going to be an upper level here where the coal mine is. So right now I'm kind of working on how the coal mine's going to come together. I'm not really too sure on how it's all going to fit, but it'll transpire, and then you'll get a feel for more of how I cut it all out. This little area right here, I redid the track. It came a little bit straighter in here, but I bent it back and made it go wider, because this is going to be a trailer park in here. I'm going to have a trailer park with probably a really nice little modern church and have a small little town scene right here. Because I've got so many buildings, I just had to do something. And that's what that's going to be. And then the mountain over there is going to be for the coal mine. Is going to be way up on top. And depending on how many turns the helix will be, 5 turn, maybe 7 turn, it might even have to be 8 turns, will determine how high it's going to be and how much I add to the next level. I wanted the next level to be high, but it looks like it's just going to be too big, so I'm not sure how it's going to work, but let's show you some more. I started to even nail the track down now, so this track is all pretty much solid. This ain't going nowhere. Then this section right here, I had to double it up because I screwed up on the other boards, but I had to put new ones in. But this is where the layout's going to have, like, the fascia is going to stop right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the side of the mountain here to make it look like this is a cliff. So it looks like the train's coming around the mountain that's going to be here, and the cliff is going to be here. So your screen wire and your plaster, this is all going to be rock cuts. So it's going to be like a rock face right here. And then it'll look like the train's coming around that rock cut. And then it's going to come over the double crossing right here that I'm using to do switching maneuvers in that yard right there and come out of the turntable. So this is here to do switching over there and get me back and forth. So if I'm doing switching there, I can go around a train. So these are very important. Every one of them that I have, and I have 7 or 6 on the layout, or 7. So then right after that, right about here, is going to be another bridge or another tunnel, and then that's where the train will cross over and go in around the mountain and then bring the train back around so that it can go back down the hill. I don't want to have to double head the engine so that you go back and forth. I just want to do a real fast swing around so that if I ever want to go up the hill to the coal mine, I can just go and do it and then bring the train right back down. Other than that, in here, I just gotta fix a couple things. I gotta redo the screw. That's too far out. I don't like that. I didn't have much luck fixing my crossing gates. The module in there is kind of just messed up. It ain't working. So either it's what's in there or it's what's in there. So if something's wrong, maybe someday on eBay I'll find another one of those and I'll be able to replace it. But until then, it's just a static signal, and I can turn it on and mess with it and stuff like that. So that's basically what I'll probably end up doing, is just using it as a demo and just messing around. It's not gonna have anything to do with the trains. It's just something, if I want to make it work, I can just make it work by hand manually. So it's not going to be nothing spectacular. It's not operated by the train, it's just operated by me. And then here's another little area that I'm working on back in here, and that's the little upper level. I wanted to find a place that I could put a couple more houses. So this is what I'm going to end up doing, is this is going to be a little like town scene with a passenger station. So that's another reason why you have to come up here sometimes, is to get the people from here to take them back from the coal mine, because the coal mine's over there. So you got to pick up passengers at the coal mine. I'm gonna put a little depot over there, and if they want to go get something to eat, how are they going to get something to eat or get groceries? They have to go to town to get that, and the groceries and everything are down here. So you got to pick them up over there, You got to bring them over here to the passenger station, drop them off, and take them to their houses, which they live right here. And then I'll have a road. There's going to be a tunnel portal here, and then there'll be a road coming off the back of the tunnel portal over the bridge, and then over to this mountain, which this mountain here is going to be another town up on a hill. How big the hill is going to be, I'm not really too sure. I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum. I don't want it too tall because I might bring a second level through here. But I have to determine how big that second level is going to be. So I don't want this video to be too long because then it just gets to be monotonous and no one's going to really like it. So this is 11 inches. This piece of wood is 11 inches. So let's go over here and see what 11 inches does on a tunnel. So let's say this is 11 inches. The next piece of the layout would be 11 inches off the ground. So you're looking at way down there. You're looking way up there. You bring it over here. You're looking at 11 inches. I would say that's a pretty good size upper level. I'm thinking you could split that it would be okay to do that. Maybe even a little taller. You could probably bring it up a little taller. You know, have a little bit of a grade. So I bet you I could bring it up about, 3 more inches. So yeah, it sounds like that would be probably right. So yeah, there's going to be some changes and stuff later on, and we'll just have to take that year by year, So yeah, that's all I'm going to show you today. There's going to be a lot of changes in scenery coming this summer, and right now it's all a matter of money. When I get the money, I'll put whatever I can into the layout. So it's not really too much of a thing. It's just I do it as I do it. There's my fascia. And I wanted the guy to cut it for me really nice, and he ended up messing up one board, so I've just flipped it over and put the bad spot on the bottom and sand her down and paint it. I'm not really too sure about color yet. Most people paint them brown, but I don't know if I'm going to paint it brown or not. I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to do on that. I just don't want you to come down and look at the layout and you see this brown fascia or a green fascia or whatever. I want the layout to look, I want the fascia to look natural, so I don't know. We'll have to see what color the rocks are and stuff like that when I get that done. So any hints or tips on that you guys might have, let me know. And under this paper is my roundhouse and turntable that's not finished. So I just wanted it covered up because when you're doing a lot of sanding and stuff like that, I don't want it getting all all full of dust. And then over here I covered it up because I have freshly planted grass and I don't want that all screwed up. Once you get that grass all dirty and dusty from all the junk flying around, then it just looks nasty, and I don't want it like that. I want it to look nice and fresh once I do all the other work, so I got to remember to do that. Other than that, it's coming along pretty well, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Just wait until you see the way everything's going to blend together once I get it. It's just all something that, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I got to end this because I'm having a hard time breathing because I had some supper and it's coming back up on me, and I'm running out of things to say. I better just end it while I can, and it's looking pretty good though, I think. Alright, take care, thanks for watching, enjoy the video. Bye, watch it again.